Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. What we're looking at is a 2016 yard machine with a bag. This was part of the 7 for 90. So I have this on my tailgate. We're going to work on this one right now. So I grabbed it, low-hanging fruit. We fired this off with Happy Juice. It fired off. I've done some work to it already. 3 of the 4 wheels were dragging, and I ended up taking the wheels off, and the bushing stayed on the axle. So I used a little bit of my 50/50 compound acetone ATF, goobered these up, broke them free, greased them up. I had to drag this thing on the grass. It wasn't moving, so I did that. Took the blade off already. The blade was slightly bent. Where did I put it? I have it around here. I put another used blade on it, another 21-inch bow tie. So I've done a couple of things. Now we're going to do the carburetor, clean out the gas tank. I got compressed air. We're going to mess with that. Farm animals are going to watch. Had somebody comment that they didn't understand why I had farm animals. I can't even say animals correctly. So let me show you the 7 for 90. I kind of had them out here and did a video walk around on these, showed you what ran, what didn't. These are the 2 parts machines. Hotter than hell here in the front yard. This is what I got for sale. I just had a nice guy come out, moved into a house. He told the landlord he would cut the grass for lower rent. The landlord said, great idea. He bought a Husqvarna from me for $170. He said it was in such good condition he didn't want to barter. I wasn't about to barter anyway. I've had 15 calls on it, so somebody was going to buy it eventually at $170. So I'm holding tough. I get a lot of messages. I'll have something listed for I'll give you an example. What do I got for I got this yard machine for $130. I'll get a message, will you take 70 for it? So I just ignore those. I send them a group picture. I say the minimum I have is 100. I don't think I got a $100 one out here, but I got a 110. Did a video on that, the TB engine on the Poulon Pro. Anyway, what's this one? 100. There's my $100 machine. So you see all those stickers on it. There's a sticker there. There's a sticker there. I decided to try to keep track of these as far as if they ever come back to me. I stickered this one up. I know I did it somewhere. I just don't know where. But anyway, I got these on AliExpress. They come in a pack of, I think, no, actually it was Temu. They come in a pack of 50 for like $1.25. So these here, the Kapow and the Pow, these are all comic strip stickers. Bang. Then I got some Formula One racing stickers. I got 50 of those. And I think these are car racing stickers. So I goober them up with these. If they ever come back to me, I'll know they were my units. People don't catch on. They just think I'm doctoring them up to make them look pretty, but there's actually a reason behind it. So that's that. We got to get cooking here with fire. So it's probably 107-degree heat index today. I'm just drinking water out of this Dick's Last Resort. It's a bar in Orlando. My friend Kristen and I went several years ago. She had jimmied up some sort of timeshare deal, and we stayed the weekend. We ended up walking to this joint, Dick's Big Ass Beer. So we got up to the bar, and the bartender's like, "What do you jerks want to drink?" I'm like, "What? What the hell's going on here?" So we made the order, and she came back with the beer and something about, "Where you assholes from?" I'm like, "Geez, this is no way to talk to a customer." So the whole theme of this place is they give you hell, more or less. So we met a nice couple from Sheboygan. I don't think they could handle the abuse. They ended up leaving ahead of time, but we stayed for a beer, cold, refreshing beer at Dick's Last Resort. I don't even know if this joint's still in business. Kind of a crazy theme. After a big day in Orlando, you don't want to sit down for a cold one and they call you an asshole. I get that enough without having to go to a joint and get it. So let's go to town. We got 8mm on the 4s. We're going to get to work here. That's my update. If you're following the news, I hope these guys do all right. Shout out to my UPS buddies, the Brotherhood of the Brown, United Pot Smugglers, United Parcel Smashers, whatever you call them, brownies. Wish them luck. They're going to need it. Let's get busy. Take these 3 off the recoil. Oh, I just kicked you. I'm sorry. So I think I have everything out here that I'm going to need to do this. Okay, what do we got? We got a bunch of crap here. So I set up a 10 by 10 canopy. I don't know what took me so long. Sometimes I don't think straight. So now I can work here in the driveway without roasting. The sun's off of me except for right here, which is fine. My body's in the shade and I've been hydrating from Dick's. So we're gonna keep rolling with this. Okay, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna do 7mm on the, no, we'll keep the 8 on. We'll do the sheet metals since we have it on the drill. That comes off. I really like these plastic carburetors. They come off easy and they're easy to clean. Simple, no adjustment. The only adjustment you have is with your governor arm under the tank here. You move it forward if you want to increase RPM. I did a video on that a few months ago. Okay, only thing I forgot to bring out was another cover and a filter. I was going to do that and I forgot. So while I'm thinking about it, moving the choke, there's a known issue with these choke arms. They get caught here in the metal and stay full open. What you can do is take a file and file some of the plastic off of this choke arm right there, so that has more clearance. Sometimes these go full open, they get stuck here and not release like this one's doing. So I may run in and get a metal file. Oh, a stick. I may do that so I can show you. I keep kicking you. So let's plow ahead, lift up the gas tank. It's just stuck up here with gravity. I'm going to take this whole thing off as one piece so I don't get gas all over the place. This has a little bit of gas in it. We're going to pour it out and see how badly it's contaminated. So the automatic choke, just turn this sideways, release that linkage. So somebody's banged into something up here. You can see this is cockeyed. Sometimes I get them where they're way in and they're putting a lot of pressure on the linkage. I'm just going to get some channel locks and kind of straighten this up, kind of bend it out a little bit. Let me do that. Well, I got the new vice grips I got from Harbor Crud. Let me just use these. Yes, that's all it took. Just kind of line things up again. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to remove the throttle / governor linkage, rest that up here. Hold it up so all the gas is running back into the tank. Needle nose, we've been through this before. Give this a little twist to break the tension. Twisty, twisty. And separate the tank. Just right here, a couple of water droplets came out of the carb. That's water right there. So we got Publix sweet tea today. This is what we're using for a container. We're going to pour the remainder of this gasoline in, and it's empty. No, it's not empty. All it is water, and there's a bunch of debris, so we got to blast this out. This is totally saturated with water. That's not fuel, that's water and contamination. So let's deal with this right now. I'm just going to blast this out with some compressed air. So I just put the tank on my CRV to let the sun kind of evaporate any of the moisture in the tank. So since I still have the 7mm on the DeWalt, I'm just going to remove these bowl nuts. They're a little bit wider than the nuts for the backing plate, air filter backing plate. So be sure these go back on the bowl. They're a little wider, washer style. Okay, so that's that. I'll take a large screwdriver, put it in this gap, and then twist so it gives me an air gap. I got to go to my tools because I forgot to bring out the screwdriver, but it's not far away. I'm still with you. I'm just grabbing some extra tools. I got to cover up my tools with an old shirt because this sits in the sun. I can't even grab it. The metal heats up so much. So I got a little air gap there. I'm just going to put a smaller screwdriver in, open this up. And what do we have? We have a lot of water. Water still does not burn. Little water and gas. So this is going to be our issue with this yard machine. The 2016 just couldn't burn that large amount of water. So let's put this contaminated water to the side. Let me grab my air gun. We're just going to clean out the bowl, get rid of all that moisture. Something like that. That's clean. What else do we want to do and look at? The jet's still open there. I don't see any blockage. I think just water was our issue. So I have some welding tip cleaners. Could poke that in there. That's open. This is a 550EX. I have a 0.6 millimeter micro bit. I'm just going to put it in here. I should probably take it out. I'm going to take out the cartridge and then open it up. Opening up the jet helps it run a little bit more. They lean them down, but you don't want to open it up too much because then it has running issues thereafter. It'll be doggy, too much fuel. Separate that. We got a bunch of yard debris there. You can see all that leaf material. Same here. So it's important, critical to remove the secondary jet and clean this up as well. There's some goobered up stuff in there also. So let me start blasting. Okay, blasted that clean. Let's go to this one. Okay, now is a good time to open it up with the 0.6 millimeter micro bit. So just get it started, just twist, let the drill do the work, bring it all the way in, and then out. Don't wobble it. That's all you need to do. It took off a little bit of brass. So we'll see how this runs. I wouldn't do it for a 300E. I would say 450 and above, 500, 550, the 675, 725. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. There's still a lot of moisture in the bottom. I'm going to blast that out. And grab a file. I'll show you how to take a little bit of plastic off right there, which won't hurt anything. There's plenty of meat here to hold this. I just want to take some of that edge off so it's not binding. Blast a little air down into that hole up there. It's getting a little dark. I wonder if we're going to get a little rain shower. The sun went into hiding. So let's put this back together, then I'll give you a break. I'm going to get the metal file. I'll show you how to file that plastic. So just put this back together. It only goes on one way. Same thing for this cartridge, only goes in one way. 2 thumbs down, but don't do that to my video. I'm going to put a little air through the intake here, blast it past the needle. If there was any moisture in there, I just blasted it out. Okay, bowl time. You got your little divot. That's going to line up with where the main jet is. Make sure your holes line up. Give it a little pushy push. And your 2.7s that have the wide washer head, those go in. I'm going to remove the 7 from my impact and go with just a small 1/4-inch drive ratchet. I want to be able to feel this. I don't want the plastic getting stripped out by over torquing. So snug it up, don't go bananas. There's no monkeying around at Tommy time. Okay, that's snug. Normally I would have cleaned off the outside here with some degreaser, let this sit in the sun, start another project, and then come back to this one. But this is fast and furious. We're gonna plow through. So let me go grab a file and yeah, let me do that. So hold tight. I'll let you talk to Mr. Cluck. You guys talk to him. Okay, so you'll only see this issue with the automatic chokes because the regular priming carburetors don't have all that assembly. They just have the one linkage here. So I'm going to hold this open and just take a metal file and just take a little bit of meat off of this thing. If you had a grinder, you could use that. Just don't chop off your thumb. Okay, that should be enough. Something like that. Okay, let me get you back up here. Since the carb is off, I'm going to take my 8mm and tighten these two up. And they were pretty tight, so I didn't have to mess with those. Okay, time to put the carby back on. I'll start with the automatic choke linkage here in the front. Put him on, come back here, put the throttle / governor linkage on. Okay, he's on. Make sure my O-ring and the white keeper are in place. They are. Just give it a push. Let's test this out. Okay, plenty of clearance. It's not touching the metal whatsoever, so we shaved off enough meat with a Nicholson bastard file. Made in USA. Black diamond, I think it says. Full bastard. No, mill bastard. Yeah, it's a bastard file. Kind of believe I'm back at Dick's there using that file. I'm sure they would have called me that eventually if I hadn't have left. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do the tank. Tank's been sitting on the roof of the CRV. I blasted it out. It's nice and dry. No moisture down there. Let's put that on. I kind of get it started here at the top and then line up the fuel hose and then finish pushing it down. Okay, tank's down. Mr. Cluck's going for a ride. Let's fix him. So that's down. Take my hose clamp, put that on. Okay, so that's on. I can come up here. Normally I would clean this off with degreaser. Got this all clean. But this is a fasty fast deal. I'll do the back side. I could come around later and put something in the holes and clean it up. But for right now, it's going on as is. Put on my air breather hose. And now I'm going to start with my 2 7s. Okay, sorry, I just kicked you. I didn't mean to. Okay, get the 7s started. Okay, hand tighten them. I'll just put the 1/4 inch on to snug them. Okay, now put my 8 on the 2 sheet metals. Okay, so that's on. We're pretty much done here. I'm going to clean up the cap here a little bit with some compressed air. That's that. I'm going to just blast up here a little bit with the compressed air since I have this off. I'm going to just clean this up. Okay, that's that. I'm going to get some silicone spray and just spray up my recoil, or I'll use my handheld oiler. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just use my oil can. I'll goober up some oil here. If you can see, I'm just putting some back there where the spring is, and the pawls, a little bit right there. Okay, so there's some nice tension on that. grab my 8 and we'll put this back together. Oh, we got FedEx ground. They just went by. He didn't stop. But I think the United Parcel Smashers are going to be here maybe tomorrow. I got a little thing going on. I'll let you know. I'll do a video on that. They're going to be dropping off something, mystery box. So I added a little bit of oil. It was at the bottom hole. I already did that. Let me bring this down on the ground. So we should be ready to go once we fuel it. And it should start. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Unless there's a keyway issue, but I don't think so. But you never can tell. So let me drop it to the ground. We'll throw some petroleum liquid in the tank. Oh, yeah, this is the unit with the handle that's bent. I got to correct that. The right side of the handle got bent. I think maybe the scrapper threw a washing machine on it. So I got to check that out. Maybe remove the handle and straighten it out with a 3-pound sledge. Yeah, this little 10 by 10 canopy is really working out. I should have did this 4 weeks ago. I could have been out here cool as a cucumber. Okay, we got about a quarter of a tank of gas. Let's try this. Oh, FedEx is coming by. Oh, that's FedEx Express. It was ground before and now it's Express. Express gave me a dirty look. I don't know why. I'm not doing anything wrong other than talking to you guys. Okay, let's pull on the 2016 yard machine, see what we can do. Okay, extremely happy. A little smoky there. I don't know how he had it on the trailer, the original scrapper guy, so I'm not too concerned about a little smoke burn off. Here's the damage to the handle. I got to try to straighten it up. This one here is fine. This one here has been abused. So once I rectify this, oil change, I already did the blade, the wheels are rolling now that I broke them free. This is 120 to 130, so I just got my money back out of the $90 deal. So let's try to continue with some other units, get those going. There's a Troy built like this with a bag. I'm going to throw that one back up on the tailgate. I probably won't bore you with another Briggs and Stratton carb clean. That one may be a prime and go. I'm not sure. I got to look at it. But it's basically the same. How you tear off the bowl. Cartridges are going to be the same. Cleaning the jets is going to be the same. So farm animals and myself appreciate you coming out. Nice breeze here under the 10 by 10 scrapper canopy. There's a little crack or tear in the canopy, so I'm not really worried about that. 95% of the driveway here is in shade, so I'll take that any day of the week. I'm not in full sunlight roasting. Appreciate you kids and cadets coming out. As always, tip your waitress and wait staff. Have a good rest of the week. Things are moving along at Tommy time. Got my garden hose out. I've been irrigating all the shrubbery. They've been starting to wilt. Haven't had any rain, so I don't want dead landscaping. So I've been turning on the faucet for those guys. They've been coming back to life with the water I've been pouring on them. They seem to be happy. Have a good day today. Thanks again. Please like and subscribe. And who knows what's going to happen next at Tommy time. Could be anything. Waiting for that United Parcel Smasher truck to show up, and we'll do a video on what he's going to dump at my front door. Have a good day.